Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to Apple Cottage. This is Sandy, and I am Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming. Well, today I'd like to talk about an unusual subject, prepping for November. When I was young, I always liked to put myself into other people's shoes. And I would be at a store, at a mall, and I would watch people. And I have always been a people watcher. And it gave me the ability in my writing, poems or stories, that I could put myself into other situations even though I hadn't experienced those, and play out the scenarios that might happen. And I think for that reason, it gave me the insight of, after years of practice of that, to sometimes see what other people may not see. I always buy my seeds early, but last November in 2019, I bought them even earlier. It was the very first part of November. As soon as Baker Seeds had their seeds online, I bought them because I had this feeling that I needed to buy them early, or I wouldn't be able to get the varieties that I wanted. When it was February, Joe and I were already buying masks when nobody had even said that we should buy masks, because we were watching. And it made it so that we got them at a price that was a normal price, and we got them right away. By March, I was already buying canning lids because I saw that the seeds were running out, so I knew more people were going to buy canning jars and canning lids when it came to fall, because they were producing things that they had never produced before. And right now, you can't even hardly find a canning lid any place. And if you do, it's 2.5 times more expensive than they were before. I also started buying elastic because I sewed masks for people. But it was just something I perceived. So this summer, we planted way more root crops than we usually do because they're very good at storing a long time. And so we wanted to have those extra things. Now, this video is just some advice. Take it, leave it. It's totally up to you. But I just feel in my heart that I should say something. I think that we need to prep for November. Now, our national elections are November 3rd. And that gives us about 2 months. Today's September 2nd. And I think you should prepare food, water, just regular stuff you might need for at least for 2 weeks. I'd rather you did it for a month, but I think you need to do it for at least 2 weeks. Why would I say that? Now, I'm not trying to make you into a prepper. You know, I don't consider myself a prepper. But I think you need to be wise. I think you need to look at situations. Now, no matter how the election turns out, we have extreme left and we have extreme right. And we already have protests in the street right now. Not just in America, we have it all over the world. It's a crazy time right now. And I think we need to be able to keep our family safe. If the left wins, there'll be protests because they'll say voter fraud. If the right wins, the same thing. They'll be in the streets even more than what they are right now. And who wants to be having to go get your groceries if supply chains are disrupted for a little while? I want you to be ready. I want you to be able to have 2 weeks of food, water, supplies, toilet paper, whatever you need. Because it could be a rough patch for a couple weeks. And as my YouTube community. I just want you to be safe. Now you can take this advice and do something. You got 2 months to save 2 weeks of food. Or you can just throw it out the window and you can just see what may. It's totally up to you. I just felt in my heart of hearts I needed to say something to you. And you can go extremes either side, but just stay focused. Just stay on that straight path. Be ready. If everything is fine after the elections, you just have food and you don't have to go to the grocery store for a couple weeks. Or you can just keep it in your pantry. Use it as you want. But at least you will have it if things are a little crazy for a little while. I care about you guys. I just want you to be safe. And so I just hope you'll take this advice. You got 2 months to prepare 2 weeks of food. I'd really like you to prepare a month of food. This is Sandy. Always like, subscribe, share with the world. And thanks.